Tahniah. Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Okay, hello everybody. Good evening.
Hi.
Okay, we're very happy to see all of you again. All right, I believe all our faces here is already very familiar to all of you. Okay, but anyway, teacher will introduce again. As you can see, it's written there, Teacher Heidi. All right, I'm from Sarawak. Today, I will be the moderator. And then after that, you can see Cikgu Farida. Okay, Cikgu Farida, say hi to the students. Yeah, Cikgu Farida is the very important people, you know. All your chatting, no, don't chat in the chat box, okay? Only write what is important. Whenever you write anything important, which is very good, Cikgu Farida will be the one highlighted at our screen. So make sure you type all important things that Cikgu, our presenter later, is going to teach us. Okay? Don't chat with your friend, but concentrate on what teacher is going to teach you. Okay, Okay. Next, we have it will help us to see through that everything will be fine. And finally, this is Teacher Emily. Teacher Emily is from SMK Mak Mandin, Penang. She will be our presenter today. Today, she's going to quickly give us a quick review of all the 4 poems. Okay, so make sure you grab everything that Cikgu Emily is going to tell us today. Okay, before we proceed, okay, we want to invite Teacher Farida to help us to recite the Umul Kitab Al-Fatihah first. Okay, I would like to ask Cikgu Farida.
Okay, Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Alright, Cikgu, thank you. So, students, make sure you stay until the end. As usual, there will be cert given, okay? But make sure you stay with us until the end. And then after that, we will tell you all the passcode for you to fill out the link. Alright, so without further ado, let's invite teacher Emily to teach us today.
Okay. Hi everyone, we meet again for another lesson. I'm so happy to see all of you today, and today I'm assisted by some wonderful teachers here. So I'm going to share my screen now and then we will start the class. Okay. All right, let me share the screen. Okay. Right. So I'm going to put it on power. All right. Okay. So all right, as you can see here, all right, I'm going to start by talking about the playlist. As usual, you can see the playlist for the SPM teachers who are doing videos for SPM and teachers who are doing videos for PT3. Right. So today I'm joined by Teacher Farida or Blessed Fairy channel, and Teacher Heidi, okay, and Teacher Manjit. All right, they are assisting me today, and I'm so happy to have them with me today. Okay, so I've done this before. So I'm Madam Emily John. I'm from Penang. Okay, and I have been teaching Form 4 and Form 5. So I hope to share my experience here with you today. So please do ask questions. Please don't hesitate to write in the comment section and ask questions, because we are all here to help you. Okay, so today we are going to do SPM English Language Section D, Poems, a quick review. So we are going to look at all the 4 poems that you have studied in Form 4 and Form 5. Okay, if you look there, the titles are there: The Living Photograph, The Charge of the Light Brigade, which was done in Form 4, the poison tree, and what has happened to Lulu, which you learned in Form 5. So this is actually a very quick review, a very quick run through of all the 4 poems. Okay, because I want to give a kind of a quick revision for all of you. All right, that's my intention for today, because I'm sure your teachers have done a very detailed revision with you in school. So this will just kind of help you to get all of the information in nicely, right? So a quick look at what has gone on before this. Okay, so you are actually the last batch. You are actually a special batch. You are the last batch who are going to sit for the old syllabus. And if you look at this, all the 4 poems have been asked before. Since 2016 up to 2019, all the 4 poems have been asked. So we don't know what is going to come out this year. There's no such thing as spotting or targeting one particular poem. I think all of us will agree, the teachers will agree.
Yep.
You need to know all the 4 poems, right, Teacher Heidi?
Yes, indeed. Better be prepared than regret afterwards.
Yes, don't say, oh, I think this will come out, I think that will come out. No. Know your poems well. Even though it's just 5 marks, that 5 marks can make a difference in you scoring for an A or A minus or A plus.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Okay, so the objective today is to be able to answer the questions on the poem read and studied. So any poems that come out, whether it's living photograph, whether it's the poison tree or what happened to Lulu, you are able to answer and get your 5 marks. That is our aim for today. All right? Okay. All right, these 2, don't worry if it's too small. I'm just showing you in case you want to pause the video or later you want to look at it again. You can make it bigger and all that. I know it's a bit small here, but if you want to, for study purpose, you can look at it here. So you have poison tree, what has happened to Lulu for Form 5. Okay, now the next thing. So let me just run through what is the whole story about. I love stories. So I always try to make my, whether it's poetry or whether it's the novel, into the kind of a story that students will enjoy. So Poison Tree is actually a story about a person, the persona who's angry with his friend. Okay, so when he talks it out with his friend, his problem is solved. The anger goes away. But when he didn't talk it out with his enemy, his anger remained. Okay, and when it remained, the anger was in him, it began to fester. So when it began to fester, it began to grow. All right, so he goes on with his life pretending to be pretending to be nice, pretending that everything's fine. But at the same time, remember the anger that is in him, it has grown bigger and bigger. It became an obsession, and it has grown into a poison tree. I think all of you know what's the meaning of poison, right? Okay, so this poison tree has become something like a apple tree, and it bears a bright looking apple. You know the story of Snow White, the picture of the bright shiny apple. So yeah, a beautiful bright shiny apple there. But remember, looks can be deceptive. It is poisonous. So when the enemy gets the taste of the anger or the apple, he dies. So that's poison tree. Okay, so all right, the other one is what has happened to Lulu. Now, what has happened to Lulu is a very interesting poem, because I feel it relates very much to teenagers. Because when we had the discussion in class and in school, the issue that always come about was students, they were not able to talk to their parents. Okay, many students complain, oh, my mother doesn't understand me, my father doesn't understand me, my mom is so strict. You know, that's the usual comments that we get. Okay, there were a few who had a very nice open relationship with their parents, but many students find it difficult to talk to their parents. So this story is about Lulu, who has gone missing, correct? So when Lulu has gone missing, the sibling, the persona who is the sibling, we are not sure whether it's a boy or a girl, but most of the time we refer to the persona as a boy. So keeps on asking the mother questions. Where's the sister? What has happened to the sister? Okay, and there's only 2 things remaining in the room: the rag doll and a shoe. The window is open, the curtain is flapping free, and the money box is missing. So kind of like, oh wow, something is wrong. What's happened to my sister? The persona is full of questions. But the mother cries, looks upset, throws a crumpled note into the fire. She walks up and down, paces up and down, looking very troubled and helpless. But she doesn't answer the questions asked by the persona properly. She evades them. She gives the persona some random answers. And at the end, the persona feels more confused. He still doesn't know where his sister is. So that's the question mark at the end of the story. Are we okay so far?
Yeah,
Alright?
so far
I think you're
everything
following.
okay. Yeah.
Okay,
No
thanks,
question
Teacher
yet.
Heidi. No question. I think they are listening to my story. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this too is living photograph. I like the background with the flowers, but I know it's small. If you need to look at it, just zoom later on your own. I'm going to go to the summary of the poem. Now, living photograph is my favorite of all the 4 poems because it's about the relationship between the grandmother and a grandchild. And I was very close to my grandmother, so I can really relate to this poem. Okay, so this poem talks about the grandmother in looking very grand and very nice posture and everything in the picture, and the persona is now describing the grandmother and all that. And as time passes, the grandmother aged and the grandmother became hunched and forgetful. But the grandmother was a very brave person. She was not afraid to die. She knew that she's going to die soon. She was not able to face her death. Okay, and the grandmother was a loving grandmother, and she had a good relationship with the grandchild. So the close relationship between them is still clear in the persona's mind. She still recalls the grandmother's, their relationship and all that. So this poem is actually looking at memories. And I think all of us will agree memories are a special thing, okay, that makes our life, meaningful. All right.
Yes.
So that's why I really enjoy this poem. All right. Okay, Charge of the Light Brigade, on the other hand, is a total opposite. That it's about war, it's about suffering, it's about death. Okay, and it's about sacrifice. So the 600 soldiers of the Light Brigade sacrificed their life because they were obeying orders, they were fulfilling their duty. They ride into a valley where enemies are waiting. They knew the enemies are there, but they couldn't turn back, they couldn't run away, because that is not what soldiers do. So they are obeying a command to charge into the valley where the enemies are waiting with heavy artillery. Okay, so as the soldiers ride on, they are attacked, they are surrounded, they are attacked on all sides. They are kind of like helpless, because remember, there are only 600 soldiers, whereas the enemy was like about 10,000. All right, can you imagine the difference, right? You can kind of like picture a battlefield with just the 600 soldiers gallant riding their horses and all that. So yet not a single soldier was discouraged or distressed, because they knew the commander has made a mistake, but it was their duty to obey the instruction. Okay, so this is a kind of like a sad poem, but at the same time it's like a tribute to the 600 soldiers who sacrificed their life to do their duty. All right. Okay, let's go on. Okay, I'm just going to run through the theme of all the 4 poems. So in What Has Happened to Lulu, it talks about family love, the relationship, mother and child and all that. Now it's about how the love between the sibling, okay, the sister and the brother, or the sister and the sister. And at the same time, it's also about grief. The mother feels sad. Sometimes, when the child is missing, okay, why the child ran away, we are not actually sure. All right. But the feeling of sadness and grief is there. And then, of course, adult versus child. Sometimes, kids, I think all of us teachers will agree. At times, teenagers will say I'm big enough, I know what I'm doing. At other times, they'll say, I still need you. So
yeah, agree. When they do something wrong, they say, "Oh, I'm still a little boy." But when they want to do something, they say, "I'm already grown up. I'm an adult."
yeah, I have 3 teenagers in my house, so I know the feeling. So it's a balance between treating them as an adult and treating them still as a child. Okay.
Yeah.
The poison tree, on the other hand, of course, the main idea is about anger, the anger that festers and grows. So why is it not good keeping your anger inside, bottling up your anger until one day it just bursts out? So the next point, yeah, the next point there is where it comes in, the power of communication. Now, when you talk it out, whether it's your best friend or whether it's a family member or it's your parents, communication is important. So when you talk it out, you settle the problem, you won't harbor the bad feelings, you won't keep all that bad negative energy inside you. Okay, of course, there's good versus evil. Good versus evil, I think all of you know. Good things and bad things. What is good, what you should do, and what is bad, what you should not do. Okay, it is as basic as that. All right, living photograph. Again, close family tie. This is a beautiful poem about the relationship between the grandmother and the grandchild and memories that come out from just looking at a photograph. So again, the next theme, memories. Memories are something that we cannot run away from. So memories are part of us. Whatever we do today becomes a memory tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So make the memories beautiful, I would say.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Love and appreciation. So in a family, when people become old, sometimes when I do this poem with my students, they'll say, "Oh, my grandmother is very grumpy, teacher. She always grumbles." Old people, as they become older, they become like more childlike, I would say. So there's a sense of, yeah, you need
They
to
are
have a
seeking
lot of,
attention, cikgu. Yeah.
exactly. So you need a lot of patience, you need a lot of understanding, because remember, all of us grow old one day. Nobody's going to remain young forever. So at one time, how we treat our children, how we treat our adults is an example to our children. So next time they will treat us the same way. Okay? All
Yeah.
right. The charge of the light brigade, on the other hand, warfare, conflict, fight, and of course, when there's war, soldiers show courage. You need, in order to be a soldier, you need courage. If you are not courageous, you don't have this personality, you don't have that in you, I think you are in the wrong profession. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
correct. So when you
I think they have to
become,
have obedience, have to be very high. Why high
yes,
obedience?
yes. You need to be able to follow orders. If you are the type who likes to rebel and likes to
Yeah.
argue and fight against the person
The
in charge,
law.
then sorry, being a soldier is not very good for you, I would say. And then of
It's
course, when you become a soldier, you go for war. There's death, there's destruction. Nobody wins in
yeah.
a war. I would say nobody wins in a war. Both sides will get no gain from it. All right, in the ultimate, both side loses for in my
Yeah.
opinion. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a few students already written that understood from Karim, and then Afika said, noted teacher. Yeah, most of them give positive reply that whatever you have mentioned, yeah, they're able to
Mhm.
grasp it.
Okay, I'm going to ask questions after this. Now I'm going to go through the 4 poems. All right. So when I go through the 4 poems, please make sure that are ready to answer questions, because I'm going to go very fast. I'm going to go into the main ideas and the details. All right.
Okay,
So
so
please,
student, please be active right now at the chat box. Get ready to
uh,
type.
yeah, get ready to type. We see whether you already remember your poems or not. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's start. Okay, now, what has happened to Lulu, mother? What has happened to Lulu? There's nothing in the bed but an old rag doll and by his side a shoe. Now, it starts with a question, all right? It starts with a question because the persona is curious. A small child likes to ask questions, why this, why that, what has happened, what is this, what is that? Endless questions. So in this sense, the child also we presume the persona or the child is very close to the sister. So he's asking question because he wants to know what has happened to the sister. Where is the sister gone? Okay. Now, what do you think? Okay, my first question. What do you think the old rag doll represents? Okay, whatever questions that I ask is actually like some of the questions that are likely to be asked in SPM, right? So, old rag doll, what does it represent? What does it symbolize? Anybody can tell me? Type in the chat box. Any answer,
Yes.
Teacher Heidi?
Not yet.
What does do you know what's an old rag doll? It's a kind of like a doll made out of cloth. Okay, those days, very, very long time ago, there's no Barbie doll or all these plastic dolls and all that. Huh? So people or mothers used to take the old rags, old cloth, and tie it up and make it into a shape of a doll. Sometimes they will just sew the eye or just take something to make into an eye or nose and all that. So the child will have something like a doll to play with. Okay, so that's
Cikgu
why they call it
Emily,
rag. Yes.
one student, Ahmad Ali Karim, you know him. He has joined us for a
Yes.
few times. Yeah. So he says that the answer is her childhood memories. And
Very
this
good.
one, Lewis answered innocence.
All right. Okay, let's look at this. All right. Let's see. Okay, first of all, there are two things left behind. And it talks about childhood, okay, childhood memories. And I wouldn't say innocence is wrong. It is also something about innocence because as a child, they are playing with a toy, with a doll and all that. They are very innocent. Children are considered to be very innocent, like, like they say, the white cloth. So these two things are left behind. But the old rag doll here represents the childhood. Okay, because maybe it's a toy that she got when she was young, but in a hurry. So you see, she left a shoe, not a pair of shoes. So maybe she was in a hurry. She left these things behind.
Yeah,
Okay, you okay so far?
Shafiza Zulaika said childhood.
Very good, very good. So you're on the right track. All right, next question. Now, why is a window white, mother? The curtain flapping free and only a circle on the dusty shelf where a money box used to be. Now, window wide open is not stated actually how Lulu ran away, but we assume Lulu ran away through a window. If you're going to run away, you won't open the door and announce to everybody and run away, right? Okay, so you'll try to sneak out. Right? Sneak out. Sorry, not giving any ideas to anyone. Okay, so that is probably how Lulu ran away. Now, in another words, sometimes people also say that this is how Lulu gained her freedom. Now, teenagers or young adults, as they like to be called, they want to have their freedom. Okay, when it suits them. Okay, next. Right now, and only a circle on the dusty shelf where a money box used to be. Why do you think there's a circle there? The money box was there, right? Is the answer, the question below that answers the circle statement. But why do you think the money box is missing? My next question. Why do you think the money box is missing? We normally say Lulu, most of my students will answer Lulu has probably taken it. Okay, yeah. But why?
Yeah.
Why did she need to take that money box? Do you know what's a money box? Like, where you keep your money, you save your coins and all that, or they usually call it a piggy bank, that kind of thing.
Yeah, piggy bank.
Yeah. So, okay,
Children
what do you think?
have.
Yes, correct. I used to have a Tiger Maybank piggy bank.
Yeah, normally the bank will give us the piggy bank.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Any answers? Why do you think
Not
Lulu
yet.
took the money box? Come on, students, you need to know.
Yeah,
You
why
need
do
to
you
know
think?
these are basic. Type your answers.
Ahmad Ali Karim, all right, said she took it. Then what? She took her money box because she plans to run away. When the money box was there previously, it covers the area from being coated by dust. Therefore, when the money box is taken, it leaves a mark.
Okay, that's the idea about the circle. The circle, when you leave something at the same spot for a long time, when there's dust, that place, when you take the thing away, there will be a shape or pattern of the whatever was there before. So now, Lulu has taken the money.
Yeah, Nurin answered, maybe Lulu wants the money to buy a food or the necessary things.
Very good. So this is the idea that I want to do. Lulu needed money to survive. You're running away. You are a teenager. Unless you are very good with saving money, which many people are not. Many teenagers, not only teenagers, many people. Okay, let's put it that way. Are not good at. So if you have, she needed money to survive. Like Nurin, is it, to buy necessary things, to buy the food. Whatever, or to get a place to stay. We don't know because it's not stated how Lulu ran away with whom. Okay?
Yeah, Shafika says she needs money.
Yeah. All right. Next, let's go on. Stanza 3 and 4. Why do you turn your head, mother, and why the teardrops fall? Why do you crumple the note on the fire and say it's nothing at all? Okay, let's look at stanza 3 first. Why do you think the mother is turning the head, and why the teardrop? What is teardrops here? Come on, guys, girls, boys and girls.
Why have to turn the head away? Imagine
Turn the head and
why
then
your mother teardrops fall.
There's a typo there. Turn your head. Typo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so why? Any reasons given?
Yes. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. They're thinking why their mother turned their head. Not doing exercise, huh? Oh, okay. Zing official creation said she is disappointed.
She's disappointed. Okay. All right. Kind of interesting answer. Disappointed.
Karin says
Yeah,
she's hiding the fact that she's crying.
That's why I wanted you all to relate that two lines actually go together. Why do you turn your head, mother? And why the teardrops fall? The mother probably didn't want the child to see that she was upset or that she was crying. Okay, and you know, sometimes you don't want when the child sees the mother crying, they too will get upset. They too will get very anxious. So yes, the mother didn't want the child to know that she was upset or that she was she had tears in her eyes. So she turned her head away so that the child couldn't see her face. Okay.
Yeah, most of the students answered they don't want the children to see that she is sad or she's crying.
I wouldn't say that she's not disappointed with Lulu. Of course, she's disappointed. Which mother wouldn't be? But here the reason, be careful when you answer the question. You have to answer according to the question. Why did the mother turn her head? Because probably she didn't want the young child or the persona to see that she was upset and crying. Okay, now next point. What note was that she threw into the fire? Whose note was that? Why did she throw the note? Whose note was that? Whose note was that, guys?
All right, so while you're think, we will have a break for 1 minute. Okay, you all can think and can still type while watching the break. Okay.
Tuisyen online
We'll have a break.
Tuisyen online percuma. Layari www.academyyoutuber bagi mengikuti tuisyen online secara percuma. Prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, semua ada di Akademi YouTuber. Rujuk jadual di laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com. Semoga masa terluang anak-anak anda diisi dengan sebaiknya. Tuisyen online percuma, mestilah Akademi YouTuber.
Alright, so have any answer given at the chat box?
No answer because I need to continue.
I said Lulu's note.
Alright, probably written by Lulu. Very good. Those of you who got this answer, the note was written by Lulu. Yeah, she wanted to throw the note away, probably the same reason. She didn't want the child or the persona to know that Lulu has ran away. Okay, that the sister was missing. Okay, and she say it's nothing at all, and say it's nothing at all. She didn't want the child. In fact, the whole thing was to avoid giving the truth to the child, the answers to the child. Okay.
You don't want the
Alright,
child to worry.
Alright, to be worried, correct. So I woke to voices late last night. I heard an engine roar. Why do you tell me the things I heard were a dream and nothing more? So these are the things that the persona heard at night. She heard voices. Okay, probably somebody was talking and all that. She heard an engine roar. Okay, engine roar, the sound of the engine. All right, the sound is very loud, like a lion roaring. So engine roar. Now, why do you tell me the things I heard were a dream and nothing more? Same reason again. The persona or the mother, sorry, not the persona, the mother did not want the persona to know the truth. She is trying to evade the fact that the sister is missing. She wanted to avoid telling the child, the persona, oh, your sister has ran away. No, they didn't want the child to know maybe the bad things that the sister has been doing. We don't know. But the truth or the overall thing is the mother did not want the persona to know the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, now let's look at the next one. I heard somebody cry, mother, in anger or in pain, and now I ask you why, mother, you say it was a gust of rain. So remember just now, the child heard voices, the child heard engines, the sound of an engine, and she heard somebody cry. So there were three things that the persona heard or the child heard. Okay, someone was crying in anger or in pain. You know, sometimes people can cry when they're very, very angry. They also cry, right?
Yeah.
And now I ask you why, mother, you say it was a gust of rain. Again, another evasive answer is not the truth. So no, don't worry. It's just a sound. The wind is blowing the rain. So it's a gust of rain. The wind is blowing the rain. The sound of that. So it's actually nothing. Don't worry. Kind of like trying to tell the child, don't think about it. Then the last stanza. Yes, calm the child down, or maybe like make her less worried or anxious or what. Yeah. Why do you wonder about as though you don't know what to do? What has happened to Lulu, mother? What has happened to Lulu? So again, the mother was confused, the mother was anxious, the mother was upset. The mother may have also been angry. She was wonder about is actually like walking up and down, pacing about, walking here, walking there, pacing up and down. So the mother was confused. The mother didn't know what is going on. So she just wants to, just avoid telling the truth to the child. So in the end, did the child get the answer to the questions? Did the child know what happened to Lulu? No. Okay. In the end, we are all left with question mark. We also have to come up with our own understanding. Probably Lulu has ran away. She has ran away somewhere. We don't know why. Maybe she had some problem with the mother. Okay, I'm going to go to the next stanza. I hope we are okay with what has happened to Lulu. Okay?
Yeah,
all right, teacher ID, I'm going to go to the next one. Poison tree.
Yeah.
Now, poison tree.
From them.
Very good. I think they know already. It's just a matter of highlighting certain things. Okay? I'm just actually highlighting certain points, certain the things that the examiner may ask. Okay? All right, stanza 1. I was angry with my friend. I told my rod did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My rod did grow. Now, I here is the persona. Remember, this is in a first person perspective. The persona is telling what he did. Okay, what he felt. So angry with my friend. Rod here means the anger, okay? Remember the word rod here means the anger. So when he told his friend about his anger, the anger ended. Okay? Now when the persona told his anger, talked about it and all that, it ended. Right? But when he was angry with with his foe here is enemy, I told it not. He did not talk about it. So what happened to the anger? The anger kept on growing. Very simple. Stanza 1 talks about two perspectives. He spoke about his anger with his friend, the anger ended. He did not speak about his anger to his enemy, the anger kept on growing because it was bottled up inside him. Okay? Now, stanza 2, and I watered it in fields. Now, okay, first question. What does it in line 1, stanza 2 refer to? What does it refer to in stanza 2, line 1? And I watered it in fields. See who can answer first. Simple question. It refers to what?
Come on. It refers to what? It refers to what? Come on.
Boys and girls, type your answer in the chat box.
That's the answer.
It refers to? Anyone? Very simple. These are the type of questions that you are likely to be asked. Sometimes the simplest question is the one that you make mistake. So please pay attention. Any answer yet? Hi.
E-Y-E.
I?
With the question mark.
No,
the persona's
not
anger. Orison said the persona anger.
All right, very good.
The wrath.
Okay.
Safina said the wrath.
Yeah, the wrath or the anger. I watered it in fears. So the anger was there, all right? And he watered it in fears night and morning with my tears. That means he was constantly thinking about his anger night and morning, day and night. In other words, it's day and night. Okay, he was constantly thinking about it. You know, when you keep on thinking about something, it becomes an obsession. And obsessions are not actually good. Okay, not many people are able to control their obsession. So the anger became an obsession for him. Okay, he thought about it, he cried about it, he was upset about it. So the anger became grow and grow. Now I sunned it with smiles and soft, deceitful wiles. So what did he do? He pretended to be nice with the enemy. He pretended to be, oh, okay, hi, oh, how are you? You know, the kind of, pretending, like a false, like a mask. Now we all wear masks, so very dangerous to use the word mask. So he pretended to be someone else, to be nice, to be pleasant, but inside he was angry with his enemy. He was, like the anger was growing and growing. He was thinking, oh, I hope something bad happens to him, that kind of thing. Okay, and soft, deceitful wiles. Now the word deceitful, he tried to what? He lied, he tricked. Okay, yes, he lied, he tricked the enemy. Whilst here, like, doing some, like, the kind of sneaky things, like, you're trying to do cunning and being sly about it. Okay, maybe in front you're very nice, but behind you do some bad things. You talk about him or say some bad things. That is not nice. Okay, stanza 3 and 4. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole when the night had veiled the pool. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. So here, that small tiny feeling of anger grew and grew and grew until it became, both day and night continuously thinking. So it grew till it bore. It became a tree. What tree? An apple tree. And it bore an apple bright, a shiny piece of apple up there. So the anger grows until it becomes an apple tree. So is it a good apple tree? No. Remember, the poison tree is a bad. There's the poem title. Yes, exactly. It became the poison tree.
The poem title.
And then you see, my foe beheld it shine. The apple is shining brightly. You know the story of a Snow White, the apple is so juicy and nicely red. No, it's a temptation. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So nice. The apple looks so delicious. Very attractive. A temptation for the foe. Yes, that's the idea. That's why it's bright. Something shiny and bright.
Shining.
And yes, and he knew. Here the word he refers to the foe. Be careful, again. And he knew that it was mine. The persona's enemy knew that the apple was the persona's apple. Okay? That's the idea. All right. So what did he do? Yeah. The persona's enemy, the foe, snuck into the garden. The word stole. And into my garden stole. Here meaning that he crept, he snuck into the garden. He tiptoed into the garden. Why? Of course, you're trying to steal something. You're not going to announce and go into the garden, right? Okay. So you snuck into the garden when the night had veiled the pole. The word veiled is the meaning of the word veil is actually like to cover something.
I think the student wanted to know what is the meaning of snuck.
Snuck is like it's actually a past tense of sneak. Okay, when you walk softly, you walk like a tiptoe. Okay, you creep slowly into the place so that people cannot hear you coming in. Like the thief
normally
going to
doing
steal
something bad, mischievous thing. You don't want people to know. That's what you do.
Like when my younger daughter wants to steal the elder sister's ice cream in the fridge. Like that. Okay. So you don't want people to know what you're doing, so you sneak. Okay, so snuck is the past tense of sneak. Okay, and into my garden stole tells you the idea that it was done quietly. All right, he was trying to steal the apple. So when it was covered in darkness, the night was covered in darkness. So now what happened next? What do you think happened next? Okay, very good. I'm glad you understand. Now, what do you think happened next? In the morning, glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. So what happened to the foe? Anyone can tell me before that I give you the point for the last two lines? What do you think happened to the foal? He had gone into the garden. He's trying to steal the apple. So let's say he succeeded. He got the apple. So what happened to him? What happened to the enemy, the persona's enemy?
The foal died. Sean Ivor said the foal died.
Very
Louis said
good.
the
Very
persona's
good,
foal
Sean.
was died.
Oh, very good.
And Reservoir said dead.
Dead. Yes.
Noor Hawa said the foal dead.
Okay. So the persona was happy. No. So this gives you an understanding.
Karim said the persona foal was killed beneath the tree. Karim said the persona was killed beneath the tree. The foal
he was probably
died.
He was probably dead because remember probably because this is all our understanding. Okay, so he had probably eaten the apple. Okay, it's a poisonous apple. So what happened when you eat something poisonous? You die. So here in the morning, glad I see. That line tells you in the morning, glad I see tells you that the persona was happy because why? The enemy has fallen into his trap. He has succeeded in getting rid of his enemy. His foe is outstretched beneath the tree. Kind of like interesting, like a twisted kind of tale. Okay. So, okay, so far, poison tree. I hope I made it interesting for you. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, now we are going to go to the Form 4 poems. Living photograph, like I said, my favorite poem. When I look at this poem, when I read this poem and do it with my students, I always remember my grandmother and I still miss her. She's not around anymore, I still miss her. Okay, my small grandmother is tall there, straight back, white broderie and glassy shirt, pleated skirt, flat shoes, grey bun. A kind old smile round her eyes. A big hand holds mine, white hand in black hand. A sharp blue eyes look her own that in the eye. That's it. Now, I think everybody knows this is a very famous question. There here refers to the photograph. In the photograph. My small grandmother is tall there. So here the word there, it will be repeated later. So the word there here refers to the photograph. Sometimes they say picture. Okay, but it's the same thing. So in the picture, it's an old picture. Okay. Remember, this is what I tell my students. Stanza 1 is in past tense. It's a description of the grandmother. So it's a description of how she looks. She was neat. She was tidy. She looks very elegant. You know, the old grandmother, the British-looking grandmother, I would say, white broderie and glassy shirt, which is embroidered. Okay, the pleated skirt, the flat shoes, nice grey bun, and she's standing straight back. Probably she was younger at that time, and she could stand up straight. Okay, that's the description. And then a kind old smile round her eyes. This gives us an idea that the grandmother was a very loving grandmother. Loving grandmother, all right. So it's a loving grandmother. The grandmother is. You can see it from the person's eye. When the person smiles, when somebody smiles and the smile is so sweet and kind, you can see it in their eyes. Try and see, ask somebody to smile and see whether it's sincere or not. Okay. A big hand holds mine. All right. White hand in black hand. So persona is probably of mixed race or adopted. So it is assumed that this poem is about Jackie Kay. And remember, Jackie Kay was adopted by Scottish parents. Okay, so she had Scottish grandparents. So some say that it's a reference to her own grandmother. Okay, and her sharp blue eyes look her own dead in the eye. So now, when you say sharp blue eyes, normally Caucasians or the people from UK and these countries and all that, Scotland and all that, they have blue eyes. Okay, Asians normally we do not have blue eyes unless of mixed parentage. So this shows she's very brave. Okay, the grandmother's character, she's very brave. She knows that she's going to die. She has this awareness or this realization that she's fast approaching death. As people grow older, I'm going to die soon. Maybe she may even have some kind of sickness. It's not stated here, but as we grow older, of course, sickness, pain, and all that, and people die at one time or another. All right. Okay, stanza 1 is done. Let's look at stanza 2 and 3. It was true after all that look. I love to ask this question. What is the phrase that look refer to? It was true after all that look. So that look tells you what?
Yeah, start typing. What do you think that look refers to? It was true after all, that look.
Yeah.
Yes,
True. Something became true.
Shafiq. the active one.
Yeah, the rest of them also you have to try because
Rosamond.
this will help you. It was true after all
Ahmad Karim
that
said
look.
it refers to the previous line. Ahmad
Meaning?
Ali Karim said it refers to the previous line. Techno Shell said
but what does it
present
mean?
face of the grandma. Present
Okay.
face of the grandma.
Okay. Any other answer?
Some more? Yes? Any more? What is that look? You know, it was true after all. That look.
Okay, let me go show the.
Okay, no,
since
Hawa
Ahmad-
said the previous line also. The previous line.
Okay, a sharp blue eyes look
What's the
her
word?
own dad in the eye. Okay, that's the last line.
Huh?
Now, you cannot answer.
Aesthetic.
You cannot.
Okay. Sean said the posture of the grandmother. Aesthetic
No,
Mozik
alright.
said she knows she about to die. That look. She knows
Okay,
she's about
now.
to die.
All right, let's look at the line. A sharp blue eyes look her own dad in the eye. Now, look at this. It was true after all that look. She's dead. She has died.
Oh.
You cannot say.
Okay, Marilyn said the look of death.
All right, let me just explain. Let's pause for a minute. Let me explain now. It was true after all that look. When the question says, what does the phrase that look tell you or refer to? It means that the grandmother has died. Because previously, you are right, Ahmad Karim, and I think another person mentioned that the previous line, but you cannot write
previous line.
a previous line. The examiner is not going to mark you for that. You have to explain that look tells you that the grandmother has died. Her death, talking about her death. That means it's true. She has already passed away. Okay? So you be careful of the way you answer. Okay? Please don't tell the examiner, stanza 1, line 6. We are not going to ask the examiner to do extra work.
Students
Okay?
do that.
You have to
Put that
you have to
one line too.
yes, please do not do that. All right. Now, my tall grandmother became small, a back round and hunched. Again, now this is coming back to the present. Stanza 2 is coming back to the present, okay? So she's explaining the grandmother became small, she is getting older, dying, and so the grandmother has passed away. Present at now, the grandmother is no longer around. Okay, she's telling about the grandmother who has already passed away. And the grandmother became forgetful, senile. Okay, a soup forgot to boil. No, she probably didn't on the fire, just put the soup there and forgot all about it. And what happened to the grandmother? She died. She went to the awful place grandmothers go. Now, how do you know the word awful here tells you it's a place, children, when somebody dies, they do not really understand or grasp the concept of death. So when you say something that she went to that awful place grandmothers go, so it's a bad place. The word awful tells you it's a negative word, it's a bad place. Okay, probably she's close to the grandmother like I was. So the death of somebody you really love will be, of course, something like something very hard to accept
for you to accept.
Right. So it is where it's a mysterious place for the person. Remember, nobody knows, okay, where the other place is. Okay, when somebody dies, where do they actually go? And it's a mysterious place, somewhere unknown. We don't know, unthinkable. We cannot imagine.
Louis said life after death.
Life after death is a very cliche term that many people like to use. But because watching too many movies and dramas, okay? But there's some truth. okay? Because life after that meaning you live in your memories. All right? This is where it comes to the third stanza. But there she is still in the photo at 3, with me at 3. The crinkle smiles is still living, breathing. So the persona was 3 years old when the photo was taken, and memories remain forever. Now the crinkle smile is still living, breathing. Does it tell you that the grandmother is still alive? No. The grandmother has already passed away. The grandmother has died. But the smile, because in the picture, the smile is there. You can see the grandmother smiling in the picture. It is still living, breathing, because memories remain forever. No matter what, even if you lost the picture, you can still remember it in your mind. You can still picture that memory. It will remain forever. That's why memories are such precious things. Okay? Right? Okay, great.
Okay.
I think we are okay with living photographs. So we go on to the last poem. Remember, at the end of this, there will be a quiz on all 4.
A quiz.
Yes. All right. Charge of the Light Brigade. This is a fast, exciting poem because it's about war. Right? So half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade. Charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Now, the 600 are the 600 what? 600 what, boys and girls? Who are the 600 referred to in this stanza? Very fast answer. Quick, quick. Type your answers. Who are the 600? 600 horses? 600 horses? Any answers? Wow, very slow lah today.
Okay, 600 military men.
Oh, that's a very interesting answer, Ahmad Ali Karim. Very formal, military men. Okay, they
Then
are the
Astati
600
says the soldiers.
soldiers. Okay, military
Nuri
men
doesn't
is
say
not wrong.
soldiers.
Actually, it's just very
military.
simple. The 600 soldiers.
Soldiers.
Now, half a league here refers to the distance. It's a method of measurement in olden days. Okay, a league. So half a league is about 2.5 kilometer plus or minus. All right. And the word onward, half a league onward, they are moving forward about half a league. Okay, they are moving forward. Onward is like an old English term which means to move forward. All right. Okay, and they are 600 soldiers. Remember, 600 soldiers. Okay, it's a very small. That's why they are called the Light Brigade. And actually, they were not supposed to engage the enemy. Their duties were different. They were supposed to kind of do scouting and to check out where the enemies were and other duties, because there were only a small band of them, 600 soldiers, whereas the enemy was about in thousands, about 10,000 or roughly around there. Okay, this is based on a true story, the Battle of Balaclava in the Crimean War. All right, next. So the word charge. Charge for the guns, he said. So the word charge here is attack. Now, who is the he is a very famous question. You're talking about the commander or the leader. And the commander in this true story, he survived. He went back to England. Okay. So very, I don't know how to say, he maybe because of his position and all that. Right? So into the valley of death rode the 600. So now this poem is very simple. The stanza 1 gives you the background to the story. The soldiers are going into a war where they're going to face a big group of people and the valley of death. So here, death, you understand the meaning of death. Valley is like a place between mountains. So the soldiers will probably face death in this place. All right? That is stanza 1. All right. Are we okay with time? Okay, I think we're all right.
Yeah, everybody is okay.
Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Okay, so the word dismayed. Was there a man dismayed? They were disappointed, terrified, sad. Yes, the soldiers were, of course, are human beings. They feel all this. But as soldiers, they are not supposed to show it. They are not supposed to act on their fears or act on their feelings of worry or sadness and all that. So not though the soldier knew someone had blundered, they knew someone had blundered. The leader made a mistake. The instruction was actually not supposed to be carried out, but the leader gave the instruction or the order to the soldiers and they had to follow. Okay? And as soldiers, they asked not to make reply. They cannot question. They cannot argue. They cannot answer. They asked but to do and die. So as soldiers, they have to be loyal. They have to be obedient. They cannot question the order. They have to fight till their death. Okay? All right. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed that with shot and shell, boldly they rode and belled. Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Okay, so this tells you cannon to the right, cannon to the left, cannon in front. They were moving forward to a place where they were surrounded by the enemies. In fact, the only place they were not, they could move was if they wanted to survive was to move back. But as soldiers, they cannot do that. So they were surrounded by the enemies. And the sound, volleyed and thundered, stormed there with shot and shell. They know the cannons from left to right, explosion, the rifle shooting and all that. So it's a battlefield. In a battlefield, you hear what sounds? You don't hear people singing. You hear people shouting, screaming in pain and in anger and all kinds of explosions going around. You know, like the sound of the thunder, exactly like that. Okay, a battlefield. So the word boldly tells you the soldiers were brave. Okay, they were courageous. So boldly they rode. They were on horses. Remember, these soldiers were on horses. The word rode tells you that they were on horses. Those days they didn't have cars and motorbikes, horses. So they rode the horses well and bravely, boldly. Okay, and they knew into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell. They knew they were facing death. They were going to die. They were going to face death. So what's going to happen? They have no choice. They have to accept death as their ultimate sacrifice. So wrote the 600 soldiers. All right, we have come to the end. So now it's quiz time. Okay, I'm going to share the link to the quiz. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to share the link to the quiz. All right. Oh yeah, teacher Farida, can you put the link in the comment section so the students can join?
Yeah, wait, just a second. All right, students, get ready. Okay, Cikgu Farida going to put the link at the chat box. You click and enter so that you can join the quiz. Yeah, I know you all enjoy quiz. All right, Ahmad Ali Karim is in. Yes. Come on, where are the rest? Yes, I can see here, have a lot of names here. Hawana, the link is there already. Okay, now Blue Pharaoh. Okay, good. All right, some more? All right, Takisha, Zul, Ikwan is here. Some more? Okay, Bernard, Rizwan.
Okay, I can see students coming in. Come on, guys.
7 participants. Kucing. Wow. Hafiza. Okay, good. Sean. 10 participants. More than that, right?
Yeah, there are more than that. Come on, join in.
You're
Good.
74. Y'all, come on. Cannot be 13 only. Come on, come on. There's 74 of you.
We still have time, no worries. The poem, the quiz will take about 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah. Just 10 minutes only. Come on, yes, go in, yes. Okay. Yeah, now got 18 participants.
Chifa,
19
Chepa.
now.
Oh, such a long name. Rezowel Atson Boys. Wow,
I think this one
I'm having trouble. I have quite a long tongue twister name. Okay, Hawa has joined. Okay, I'm going to wait until about maybe see how another one minute or so, then I'm going to start.
Yeah, come on. 1 more minute only. Don't miss the chance of learning these 4 poems. Come on. Only 20? 20 calling for 1, 20 calling for 2.
Just 1 more minute, then I'm going to start. Okay, there's someone coming in.
9. All right.
Sofian.
Sofian, okay. Now 22.
This is just a fun way of you know trying to recall what you have learned. Whatever I asked in the quiz is basically what I've explained in my presentation today. So shouldn't be difficult. But
If
you just
take
need to
note,
read, and it's quite
straightforward.
fast. So, straightforward. Yeah.
Okay, now
They
22.
ask-
Still 22.
Okay, I'm going to start already. Can I start? I think I'm going to start.
Yeah, I think you can start.
Any more coming in? Any more? Are they mentioning they want to join or anything like that?
No.
No. All right. So maybe one more came in. Maybe they're having trouble connecting or what. Okay, I'm going to start already. I think I'm going to start. Okay. Shall we start? Teacher ID?
Yeah, can.
All right. Time's up. Okay. Next question. Okay, what do you think is the answer? Let's see. Okay, some people are moving up. Very good. So the answer is actually what? Why is a window white? Remember, she escaped through the window. What did the persona hear? I mentioned this just now. Except. Okay, what is the answer? Let's see who's going up. Oh, Sophian has gone up. Okay. So the answer is actually what? A gust of rain. The persona heard all the other things, voices, engine roaring, somebody crying, except a gust of rain is the wind pushing the rain. Right? Next question. Okay, the mother is very confused. Which line tells you that?
Okay, student must look at the time. 9, 8, 7. That's time
Must move very
given.
fast.
Yeah. 6. Oh, no. 0. Time's up.
I have to give it a bit fast because we are right. I didn't want to give longer time.
Yes.
Nurin has moved up. Okay, let's look at the answer. Why do you wander about as though you don't know what to do? Remember, she's confused. She's walking up and down. She don't know what to do. Okay, that's why she's confused. Keliru. All right, next question. Okay, this is a hot question. Except.
Except.
I think I gave 30 seconds for this. Slightly longer.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. So, what do you think? Let's see who's moving up. Anybody? Oh, Ahmad Karim has moved up. Ahmad Ali Karim, you did well. So it's right.
Very near.
Parents, except parents can control everything. I think nowadays parents don't do that. We don't control everything our children do. All right, next question. Now we are going on to the next poem, I think. Poison tree.
Poison tree refers to. Quick.
Be very careful when you choose your answer. The answers are close.
Okay. 20 answered. 5 more. Okay, 4 more. Time's up already.
So what's the answer? Wow, Nurin has gone up. Let's see. Yes,
Whoa,
a tree formed out of
is the
persona's
second one.
anger with his foe, not with his friend. The tree is anger with his foe. Why does the persona smile with soft, deceitful wiles?
Okay, quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, time's up.
Time's up. No, some people are moving up, some are remaining. Okay, the answer is he pretends to
Nurin is
lie.
only one now.
Remember, deceitful wiles, he pretends. Okay, the clue is pretends.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see next one. I asked this just now. Those who are paying attention, you'll know the answer to this.
3, 2, 1.
Ayo, come on, guys. What it refers to? Okay, it refers to the persona's anger. Remember? Okay, those who didn't get it. All right, try your best. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, which phrase? He thought about his anger constantly, continuously thinking about his anger. Wow.
Time's up.
Okay. So, some people are moving up. Okay, so the answer is what? The phrase night and morning, day and night. I told you, right? I explained just now. Continuously thinking about the anger. All right, next question. Simple. How did he feel when he found his enemy dead? The enemy was dead in his garden.
He was? 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Some may not understand the word remorseful. Remorseful means feeling sorry. Yeah. In case anybody wonders what is the meaning of the word remorseful, it's like feeling sorry, right?
Now.
Relieved is like feeling, I'm glad. So the actually glad here is the answer. He was happy. Okay. All right. Next question, I think, is the next poem, is it? Okay, next poem, living photograph. Which line? Okay. Boom. So, anybody is moving up? Oh, some people are moving up. Very good. All right. So the answer is a kind old smile around her eyes. My grandmother is a warm-hearted, kind person, loving person. Okay, why does the grandmother look tall in the picture? This is kind of logic, I would say, understanding. Okay, why do you think the grandmother looks tall? Iron is moving up. Okay. She's healthy. Remember she was maybe a bit younger at that time. What does the last two lines tells you? The last two lines in stanza 2. She went to the awful place. What's that awful place? Okay. Yeah, she has died. The last two lines. She went to the awful place. Grandmothers go somewhere unknown, unthinkable. Okay. The rest of you, so you know where your mistakes are, please do your revision. Okay, that look, I told you this. Easy question, bonus question. Why? I gave the clue just now. Okay. So what's the answer? Grandma's dad. That look. Remember that look in stanza 2.
Yeah.
It was true after all. Okay, next question. We have another few more questions. Let's finish this up. All right. Okay, there she is still in the photo with me at 3. Yeah, grandmother is always alive in the photo. She did not die when the persona was 3 years old. The photo was taken when the persona was 3 years old.
Yeah, not die.
Okay, last poem. Charge of the Light Brigade. Very easy. I mentioned this also just now. Okay, what's the answer? Okay, so the answer is charge. Okay, attack, charge. Okay.
Serious mistake.
Another
Keyword.
Another
Serious
3
mistake.
more questions. Almost done.
Who is leading now?
So what's the answer? Okay. Sorry. Okay. So someone had blundered.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost to the end. Dismayed, except what? It's a negative connotation, negative meaning to it.
Dismay.
Okay, Sean has gone
Sean
up.
is
Can?
leading. Ha.
Okay, please is the wrong one. The rest are similar to dismayed, alarmed, upset, discouraged.
Accept.
Okay, almost there. One more, I think. Last two questions. Oh, this one you can choose more than one.
Describe the personalities of the soldiers.
What kind of soldiers were they? Sean is still leading. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, brave and loyal, right? I think this is the last question. Yeah, this is the last question, I think. They're going to die.
Doom. Towards their doom.
Yeah, I chose a different word. I didn't want to use the word die or dead or what.
Or it
Okay.
one up.
So the one is, I think we're done, right? Or is there? Oh, this is the last question. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay, we have the board. Ahmad Karim. All right, let me get a picture of
Sean is
this.
first.
Okay, Sean, Ahmad. Okay, I'm going to close this and go back to. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, right.
All right.
Now, so the winners
Yeah.
just now were Sean in first place, Ahmad Ali Karim was second, and Tekisha. Please PM me to get your prizes.
Wow.
All right.
Prizes.
So yeah, at least some kind of motivation for you. All right. Okay. So
All right.
that's the end of our lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. You can also watch the video again, live presentation again. You can always PM any of us. Okay. So please. Yes, I wanted to share something else. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. Let me
Maybe
just
Cikgu
share the.
Farida can click the link sigil for the student to
Yeah,
click.
can you please share the link CGL in the meantime. Okay. All
Okay.
right, let me just I forgot to share this. All right. So these are the links for the SPM revision. These are my link, teacher Farida's link, Blessed Fairy, teacher ID, and teacher Manjit. Okay, the links are there here, so you can refer to it in the slide. And please do subscribe to my channel and to all of our channels. And of course, please help us to grow further as educators. Thank you. All
All right,
right.
the link has been shared. So please click the link to get must use e-didact account. Okay, I think by now you all should be really well versed with this. I think even better than teacher, right? So use e-didact and then the password is there. Okay. So you all click and must fill in within 30 minutes. All right. Okay. I think before we finish, make sure on Monday is teacher's final class for your last
Yes, teacher
tips.
Heidi is presenting on Friday. Monday, next week, Monday,
Yeah,
5 p.m.
Monday, yeah, 5 p.m. But teacher really focus on writing narrative. If you are those that are going to already decided, I'm going to write narrative stories, which is your strength. Maybe you can watch teacher and give you the last tips on how to uh, make your writing even better. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want share lah, because Cikgu Farida has given you a really thorough over all the 5 different continuous writing. So you can refer to Cikgu Farida's on yesterday's teaching. So on
Yeah.
me, my only focus on the narrative writing. Okay, so I think that's all from us. Any
Yeah, do
Cikgu
subscribe
Manjit?
to
Yeah, do
Teacher
subscribe
Manjit.
to
Do
yeah,
subscribe
please
to
subscribe
our
to
channels.
all
Okay.
our channels. Yeah, teacher Emily, teacher Blessed Fairy channel, Cikgu Manjit, you just click and then please support us. We need your support. Okay? Alright? All the 74 of you are, from all I know.
All right,
Okay, let's all
Farida,
the
do you want to say
74,
anything?
Yeah, Cikgu
Okay, all the
Farida,
best.
anything?
All the best in your SPM examination. Good luck.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Cikgu Manjit?
Hello students, do your best. Don't send any empty paper. Think, read the instructions, use highlighter. You can write something. All right? Good
Yeah.
luck.
Okay, we'll see you again on Monday. Okay, the 4 of us see you again on Monday.
Okay, see you again.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
You can
Okay,
always ask
bye.
questions. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Semua sekolah ditutup hingga cuti akhir tahun 17 Disember 2020. Anda tak cukup bahan? Tak ada rujukan? Tak faham? Anda nak tuition tapi PKP? Jangan risau, kami di Akademi YouTuber dengan kerjasama Kelab Guru Malaysia dan e-didik Malaysia mengadakan kelas tuition online. Semua peringkat ada, semuanya secara percuma. Video PDPC pun ada. Apa ditunggu lagi? Layari www.academyyoutuber.com. Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.